What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and we are here with the review for the season finale of Life After Lockup. This is season 3, episode number 34. The episode was titled Life, Death, or Prison. You guys, this was a 2-hour episode, and it had me in stitches the entire episode. I have never laughed so hard in my life. All right, you guys, so without further ado, let's get into this review. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'm here for it. All right, you guys, so we are going to get the small stuff out of the way so that way we can get to the good stuff at the end of the episode, at the end of the review, that is. So I'm going to start up with Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany and Marcelino. You know, it's so interesting because at one point I could not stand Marcelino. I really couldn't. But now I actually really semi-like Marcelino. And I feel like with this entire half of this season, I've been on Marcelino's side so much. Because I get where Brittany's coming from. You don't want anything bad to happen to your mother. I get that. Because I never wanted anything bad to happen to mine. But my mother wasn't a drug addict, so I never had to worry about that. But at the same time, Brittany, while you're on this mission with your mom, you are neglecting your family. Like, you're neglecting your husband and you're neglecting your kids. So, again, like I said, I get it, but it's becoming a detriment to your family, I feel. So we see Brittany and her mom, and they are, they're driving. And they're having a conversation. So Brittany feels that her mom should go in for inpatient treatment, but Cindy wants to go for outpatient treatment. I'm like, that is not good for you. For somebody like you want to do outpatient treatment, so that means that you want to go in there, get the treatment, but go home. No, ma'am. And you addicted to pills? Go in there, sit your ass down, detox from that medication, and then get the help that you need. Like, outpatient is not going to work for you. So then they go and meet with I guess like it was an outreach program. So they meet with the director and they talk to him. And even listening to Cindy talk when she was talking about she loves her pills, I'm like, that is a prime example of why you don't need outpatient. You need inpatient. You need to be in there for 60 days, 90 days, hell, a year. You need to be in there long term. You don't need to come and go as you please, because all you're doing is you're just working the system. So you'll go in there, you'll sit down and be like, oh, my problem is this. Oh, my problem is that. Okay, it's time for me to go. And then go home and then score some pills and then come back the next day pretending that you're, getting the help when you're not. So no, ma'am, you need to sit that ass down and get the help that you need. So then later in the episode, as Brittany and Marcelino are getting ready to head back to Vegas, Cindy lets the family know that she has decided that she's going to stay in, are they in Alaska or Arizona? Wherever the hell they are. I think they're in Alaska. She let the family know that she's not going to be going back with them, that she will be staying there and going to the outpatient. Well, not outpatient, she'll be doing inpatient. But at the end of the episode, they let us know that she didn't even complete it and that she went back to Vegas. I'm like, are you serious? See, Brittany, at this point, you got to wash your hands of your mom. I get that you love her and I get that you want to help her, but baby girl, wash your hands of your mama. Wash your hands of her. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next, let's talk about Amber and Puppy. So Amber got a call from Puppy's supervisor saying that Puppy, now I was confused. She said she didn't show up, but then she said she did go to one of her, so I guess they're cleaning Airbnbs. She said she did go to one Airbnb, but she didn't clean it. I mean, shit, the girl is drinking uncontrollably, so what do you expect somebody to do who is not sober? So Amber then goes to one of the houses to check on Puppy. Now she knocks on the door and she's, screaming for Puppy, but then she turns the knob and boom, the door is open. I'm like, that's unrealistic, but okay. I'm gonna let them have that. So she's walking around the house and she notices that there are bottles of alcohol. And I was thinking to myself, if this is an Airbnb, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's puppies. That could be that somebody who ran at the Airbnb had a party there and it was their, bottle of alcohol. But for the sake of the show, we're saying that it's puppies. I felt like this entire scene was fake. Like, I didn't feel like this was a real scene. I do feel like Puppy was drunk in this scene, but I don't feel like that scene was real. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. So Amber went through the house screaming for Puppy, and then she went downstairs outside in the backyard to the pool. And when she went to the pool, she's screaming, Puppy, Puppy. And, it went to commercial at that point. Then when they finally came back to them, you see Puppy face down in the pool. I'm like, y'all really tried it with this one, didn't you? Y'all want us to think that Puppy has, drowned in this pool, which is actually not funny, to be quite honest with you. That's not funny. That's actually quite insensitive. I'm gonna tell you guys why I found it insensitive. It's insensitive to me because I have an uncle, my uncle that I'm named after. My first name is Gerald, although his name is, we're not even gonna get into that. But I was named after my uncle who drowned. My uncle drowned on the 4th of July in the 70s. I can't remember the exact year. My uncle drowned on the 4th of July. So him and some of his friends, they went to the lake, and I believe my uncle was drunk. I'm almost positive my uncle, I believe my mom and them said he was drunk because he was a Marine. So I know he knew how to swim. So I think my uncle, so yeah, he was drunk more than likely. And I think his boat flipped over, and him being in the water, I think he panicked and he ended up drowning. So that's why I said that scene was just a little bit insensitive to me because like I said, my uncle actually drowned and died. And I have this scene where she's face down in the pool. Just a little insensitive, just gonna put that out there. Now, I will say the way Amber was talking to Puppy, Amber just wanted any reason to distance herself from Puppy. She's talking about, she can't do this with Puppy anymore. She's going to, what did she say? She's going to change her, she's going to, move out, change her parole and all that stuff. I'm like, girl, you just wanted a reason to, move on. Now, Sammy, I don't know if Sammy is in the right headspace for a relationship. Because when I was looking at Sammy, and the way he was talking to Amber later in the episode, he gives so much of an addictive personality. Because the way he was talking, like, that is a man that is addicted. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has a drug addiction. But then on top of that drug addiction, I'm pretty sure he has just an addictive personality. Because the way he was talking about how he needs Amber, I'm like, girl, you go from one addict to another. And I think that's what Amber's thing. Amber is a con artist. I mean, I know that. I've been on that. But Amber is a con. I don't know what she's getting from these people, but she's a true con. But Amber lets us know that, she is still with Sammy. At the end of the episode, it lets us know that she has her own apartment and life is good. So she says. Let's move on. All right, guys. Lacey, Shane, and John. So John and his friend are riding around, and John gives us a little bit deeper about his addiction issues. I don't know. I've heard of the methadone clinic, but I never knew what the methadone clinic was for. Because I ain't no drug addict, so I would have I have the methadone clinic. Trusted treatment for substance abuse and mental health conditions. Oh, wow. Are you a loved one suffering from methadone? But you can wait a minute. But you can get addicted to methadone? Oh, wow. So that might not be a good thing, huh? Because I was just going to say, because I've always saw on TV them talking about if you have an issue with methadone. John, I'm going to need you to get some, because I was about to say methadone is addictive as well. So how's it really helping? We gonna pray for John. We gonna pray for him that he gets off of the drugs and the methadone. So Lacey read that letter, that Dear John letter, and she threw it in the trash. I'm like, thank God. So we see Shane, and he's painting a room for the baby, and it's pink. So I was wondering at this time, because they did a gender reveal where they revealed that they had a girl, they were having a girl. So I was wondering, did they flip the order of filming? I was just wondering that. But you know, they have a girl. So we see Lacey, and she's in the hospital, and my God, Lacey's lips are like really big. You know, they look like they were pregnant as well. So I'm gonna stop using Lacey's voice just for now, because this is serious. So there were some complications with her delivery. So they gave her a epidural. Now, oh God, that is really scary. I mean, really scary what she said. So at the the injection at the site where they put the epidural, there was a air bubble that went from her spine to her brain. I was like, oh wow. I'm really glad that Lacey's okay. Like, I really am, because that. I know she had to be terrified when they told her that and had to put her on bed rest. Oh, damn. Like, I've always known that there are issues if you get like with them. See, the thing with the epidural is I've never understood the epidural, because you still feel the pain. So what does what does the epidural really do? Does it numb you or what? Like, I wouldn't be, if I were a woman, I would actually, I don't know if I would want to do natural childbirth or epidural, because the first time I ever heard about an epidural and where they actually put it at in your spine, I was like, oh, if I was a woman, you would never give me an epidural, because you could paralyze me. Oh no. No. But then when you think about actual childbirth, because I used to watch that show on Lifetime, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can handle that either. When I saw that, when I used to watch one of my friends, she used to watch that show on Lifetime all the time, where the woman would give birth, and I was like, oh my God. When you look at how, I don't know, I'm not trying to get graphic, you guys, but when you see how wide the vagina stretches to have a baby, I was like, oh my God. It stretches that wide to squeeze out a human being? I was like, oh shit. I don't know if I could. Child, if I was a woman, I would just never want to get pregnant. I'm so glad I was born a man, because as a woman, I would be like, don't you ever think about ejaculating inside of me, because I am not pushing out a baby. I am not pushing the baby out. Because you got the epidural to work. If you get an epidural, you got to worry about the fact that you might be paralyzed. You could get paralyzed. When it comes to pushing them, if you do natural childbirth, you got to feel all of that. Oh, my hats are off to you ladies. And all the mothers out there, my hats are off to you ladies. Don't know how you do it. So they had their beautiful baby girl. Her name is Summer Rain. She was so pretty. And then we see John. John has moved on to another woman with a terrible weave and a terrible tan. But you know what? As long as John is happy, it's all that matters. Let's move on. All right, you guys. Now we're starting to get to the good part of the episode. So let's talk about Christiana and John. Christiana, I'm going to pray for her too, because it's just, the more that people, even I've been saying this about John for a while. Something's off with John, and John is repulsive. John just repulses me. I was looking at John like really, really hard in this episode, and I was like, John looks like somebody that I know. And then I finally looked at him. I'm like, oh, that's who he looks like. Master Splinter from the Ninja Turtles. That's who John looks like, Master Splinter. Because I was like, he looks like somebody that he looks very familiar. And then it dawned on me, Master Splinter. He looks like Master Splinter. Look at him. Look at John really hard. He looks like Master Splinter. So you guys remember in the last episode that Christiana met up with Tara. So she's asking Tara if she and John flirted with each other, if they had sex with each other. And then she told her that, she got this information from her mom. And she says, mom don't know her hair from her ass. That was the first part of the episode where I died laughing when she said, mom don't know her head from her ass. I was like, girl, you sitting here talking about your mama. Your mama. But Tara does eventually say, yes, John and I did flirt with each other. I did almost kiss him. And Christiana looked like she was hurt. I'm like, Christiana, you shouldn't be surprised. I mean, you said it yourself in the last episode that you slept with her boyfriend. And that's what Tara said. But you slept with my boyfriend. She's like, but y'all weren't together. Y'all weren't married. I'm married to him. And Tara said, I was with the man for 15 years. You were with him for 15 years and you never got married? Oh, ladies, why do y'all do that? And men, more specifically, ladies, don't waste your life on a man that has no intentions of marrying you. Why? Now, I will say, if you both are if you guys both agree that you don't want to get married, that marriage is not for you, that's one thing. You know what? I'm being so judgmental, but I've said it myself. I don't believe that marriage is for me either. I don't think that I want to get married. But things can change. That's what I say about myself. Things can change, but I don't know that I want to get married. If I get married, I want to have a big enough house that we have our own space. I don't want to sleep in the same bedroom with each other. I don't want to share the same bathroom with you. I just don't want that. Like, I like I think the reason for me that I don't want that is because I like my own space. I like being alone. Sometimes it's therapeutic for me. I just like having my own space. Like, I'm particular. I put certain things in a certain order. I don't want people to go back behind me, touching things and moving things. I put things the way that I want them. Don't touch it. So that's it for me. But like I say, things can change, and I could, I might meet someone that I might meet the right person for me that I marry. I don't see it happening no time soon, but it might happen. So yeah, that's what it was. And then, Tara's like, but you only knew this man for 3 months, and there's a motorcycle going down the street. You only knew this man for 3 months, and you got married to him. Big difference. So now, Christiana, I had been on your side for a minute, but when Tara said the fact that you slept with her boyfriend, her baby daddy, she was on the couch, and y'all was on the floor. What? Girl, how did you? The dick must not have been that good, because you on the floor getting fucked, and she on the couch. He must not have been hitting it right, because you ain't moaning. I was on your side for a half of a second. So then the next morning we see Christiana. So Christiana is questioning John about this situation with Tara. It's just his face, his dirty, stringy hair. It's everything about John that just repulses me. So she caught him in his lie, but he fessed up to it. I'm like, Christiana, you know what? I get it with Christiana. I get why she's doing what she's doing. She's paroled to this man's house. Are they legally married? Because she kept saying if she divorced, I'm like, when did y'all get legally married? Because the last time I remember, y'all got married on the back of his truck, his Native American wedding. So do y'all have an actual marriage license? You know what? It is what it is. She don't want to lose her, she don't want to fuck up her parole. I can understand it, I guess. Let's move on. Let's discuss Destiny and Sean. Sean is a complete dumbass. So Destiny. So we see Destiny's mom, and she's outside of the courthouse, and her mom is just talking to us as if. So she's talking to us, about Destiny being in the courthouse. They won't let her in, so she doesn't know what's going on in there. And I'm like, oh, is this the $50,000 court case? No, it ain't. Destiny and her husband got married in the courthouse. I'm like, oh, another fool, huh? Another fool. And it's one of those guys from that Facebook page that Sean found earlier in the season. His name is Jason. So they're getting married. The one thing that I will say is Destiny is like really, really frail. She should lay off. I mean, Destiny needs to lay off of the whatever drug she's on. Now, here's where Destiny lost me. So you got this whole new husband, but you talking about you not gonna tell Sean because you're gonna still try to string Sean along. But you know what? Sean is dumb enough to let you string him along. And if he's that dumb, I don't feel no types of nothing for him. So then we later see Sean in this episode. And Sean got a call from Destiny in jail. So Destiny did go back to court. So Sean is off the hook for that, that $50,000. But Destiny is looking at 16 months in jail. And this is because of when she cut off her ankle monitor. So Destiny has the gall and the audacity to call this man and ask him for some money. Oh, that reminds me of my favorite scene from Friday. I need $200. You was what? Somehow? Nigga, how much you need? Or what you gonna give me? Craig. Can I borrow y'all VCR real quick? Hell no. I want a double tape. It's the Mac. Wait a minute. Who the fuck is that bitch? Fuck you, motherfucker. You think you're slick. Gonna come up here and ask me for some money. Well, ask that bitch for some money. Favorite scene. And that's what I would have said to Destiny. Hold up, wait a minute. Who the hell you talking to? You want some money from me? Didn't you tell me I was a trick? Oh, well, guess what? The trick has just gotten tricked. Destiny has a lot of gall, a lot of nerve, the audacity, the caucasity, whatever else you want to apply to that. Like, Destiny has a lot of nerve. It's the fact that you told this man that he was literally your trick, and now you want to come to him because you back in jail and you need some money. And then when he tells you no, he tells you no, you get all upset about it, talking about, you did this to me. You got me in this position. Well, about, needing money from. No, Destiny, you got yourself in this position. What does your husband do for work? Your husband can't put no money on your books. Sean is an idiot. Like, I can't put it any lightly. Sean is an idiot in every sense of the word idiot. I'm glad he told her no, but I don't feel like no was really no for Sean. I feel like Sean might have gave her some money. I pray he didn't, but I feel like the idiot did. Then Sean proves to us how really dumb he is. Like, so Sean was talking to another girl as well as Destiny. Her name is Sarah. Sarah's in jail, and Sarah's about to get out of jail in a month. I don't know if Sean has met Sarah. I bet you Sean ain't met Sarah either. Oh gosh, Sean, you are really stupid. Like, incredibly dumb. You're a dunce. A dunce. I hope they play you. You putting these women over your kids. I don't understand it, but let's move on. All right, you guys, let's talk about Michael and Sarah. Sarah, you're an idiot. Just like I said, Sean is an idiot. Sarah, you are getting played, my love. You ain't my love, but you getting played. So you guys remember in the last episode that Sarah went out with Malcolm, and you guys remember Malcolm asked her, was she having sex with Michael? Now, I will agree with Sarah on one thing. I don't believe that was Malcolm's business because you guys are not together, so that has nothing to do with you. If she is in fact sleeping with Michael, that has nothing to do with you. But Sarah, you lost me. Sarah talking about, the fact that she and Malcolm had fun with each other and she wants to continue to hang out with him. What she said is she wanted to be friends with benefits. I'm like, huh? You got a whole friends with benefit in your husband that goes off and sleeps with other women. Make that relationship work. Make that one work. I'm so happy that Malcolm said, no, that's not going to work for me. Like, what? So you just want me to bang you and then you banging Michael at the same time, and then Michael's banging different chicks here and there in different states? No, there's something I like to call STDs out there. No, ma'am. You can have it. No, no. No, 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 no. Now, meanwhile, while Sarah is with Malcolm, Michael is still with this other chick. This other chick, I'm sorry, but that girl ain't got no kind of self-respect for herself the first. Because, she and Michael are outside of the restaurant that they went to. She's making out with him. And Michael's like, I'm trying to work on me as bad as I want to be inside of you. I was like, huh? Was that supposed? And I guess her panties were moist because she really wanted him to be inside of her. Is that a turn on to tell for a man? Ladies, let me know in the comment section. If a man told you, what you're doing right now is really, turning me on, but I'm trying to be a better me, and as bad as I want to be inside of you right about now, I gotta pull back. Is that a turn on to any lady? I want to be inside of you. I want to be inside of you. I want to be inside of you. That would do nothing for me as a woman. I'd be like, you want to be inside of me. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to be around me. You don't want to be near me. You just want to just crawl up in my crevices, in my vagina, beat on me and just do your business and then go on about your business. That's all that it is for you. You don't want nothing else. You just want to, just be inside of my vagina, going to Pound Town. Again, no. I just really want to know what these women see in Michael. He's ugly as he's the ugliest thing. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what it is about Michael that makes him ugly? It's not his outside appearance. It's his everything. It's everything about Michael that makes him an unattractive man. It's his demeanor. It's the way he treats women. It's everything. It's the way he does his kids. He just has the ugly persona. That's what it is about Michael. So Michael does go back to Sarah. Honestly, WeTV, I can do without Michael and Sarah. I really can. Because I'm over Michael and Sarah at this point. So Michael goes and asks Sarah to, marry him again with a ring. I was just like, Sarah, you are dumber than you look if you agree to this. She put the ring on her finger. So Michael's like, so that's a yes. She says, no, we got to talk about this, but not around the kids. I'm like, y'all not going to talk about it. The only thing y'all going to do is have sex when you're not around the kids. So it's a yes. And you're an idiot. And then the fact that this man is still sleeping with old ass Maria. Because old ass Maria called him and he answered the phone. For you to say that old ass Maria almost got you put back in jail, why are you answering her phone call? Make it make sense. I'm stuck. But I'm moving on. All right, you guys, now we are getting down to the best part of the episode for me. So the first scene that was one of the best scenes for me, Andrea and Lamar. Now you guys know I don't ever see it for Andrea. I never see it for her. But in this episode, I saw it 100% for Andrea because I cracked up laughing at this scene. So, Andrea is having a birthday party. Now, she was at home and she was, styling her crunchy weave. She was trying to curl it. I'm like, girl, you can't curl that. It might, disintegrate, but go ahead. So she's having this African themed birthday party. So we see they're setting up the party. Also, Lamar's daughter, what is her name again? What is baby girl's name? What is baby girl's name? It's a simple name. I don't mean simple in that sense. I mean, it's an easy name to remember. What is baby girl's name? Shantae, because I have a cousin named Shantae. But yeah, Shantae. Um, Shantae. So yeah. So Andrea's friend Michelle. So Michelle tells Andrea about the conversation that her friends had about her the night before, about her not wearing her garment. What is a Mormon garment? Like, I'm still confused about that. What is a Mormon garment? Is it something like what a nun would wear? Like, I was confused. What is a Mormon garment? And then she told them, told her that they said that she's not acting, very Mormon like these days. So then her friend Carrie mentioned the garments to her. And Andrea's like, so you want to know what kind of underwear I got on right now? I'm like, I think I don't know if you want to answer that question because she might say yes. So then Andrea asked her the question. So, when is the last time that you've given groceries to a family in need? She says, well, with COVID, I haven't been able to. I'm like, with COVID? Did you say with COVID? I know she didn't mention COVID. I think she mentioned COVID, but I know she did not mention COVID because if you mention COVID, that you couldn't go give groceries to families in need during COVID, but here you are on said TV show with no mask on, filming a scene during COVID. That's not an excuse, ma'am. Miss me with that one. You want to talk about COVID, but you filming this reality show that I bet you ain't getting paid for. It's just exposure for you. So then Andrea tries to tell them what life is like. Oh, this thing killed me. So, Andrea's talking about how, she's trying to shield her kids from the gang violence in Watts. Oh God, this was terrible. And it just goes to show white privilege and how, I think this is one thing that I hate when it comes down to black people and white people. When we as black people try to explain our stories to white people, instead of them listening to us, they want to come back with a one-up story or a sob, or they want to one-up you. Like I told you guys recently, I think I told you guys recently in like one of my Hot Topics videos that I was having a conversation on Twitter with one of who supporters, and it was about Black Lives Matter, and they were they were talking about they were trying to talk down on the Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff, and that black people are treated just as equally as white people. I'm like, that is not true whatsoever. And I asked the person, I told the person, I told a story of my life, something that happened to me. And I've told you guys this story already, but I'm gonna go deeper into it at some point. I'm gonna do a story time and go deeper into the story. But I told you guys about the time I was racially profiled in a women's clothing store. I was racially profiled, and this person was like, oh, well, that's happened to me. I've been profiled as well. Huh? Did you not hear what I said? I was racially profiled in a women's clothing store. I don't care what store you went to. I'm a man, a full man. I don't have breast. I don't have a vagina. I'm a man. I don't mean to get graphic with you guys, but I am a man. I am a black man. I'm in a women's clothing store. There is nothing I can wear. I have big feet. I wear a size 12 and a half in men's shoes. I wear a 12 and a half. I wear a 36 to a 34 in men's pants. I wear a medium shirt. My shirts are medium to large. There is nothing I can wear in a women's clothing store. So that's what I was trying to get that person to understand. I was racially profiled for something that I could not physically wear. I was profiled in the store. I can't wear anything in there. The only thing I could wear out of that store was an accessory, and I was nowhere near the accessories. I was by some skinny jeans. I can't squeeze my big behind in those skinny jeans. So they want to try to make that, try to flip it. And like I said, I just hate, and that's why I don't explain things to people. If you don't understand my struggle, I have no intentions of, I'm not going to explain it to you. I'll tell you one time and that'll be it. If you get a second explanation out of me, I must really like you or love you. But after the second time, it's not going to be a third time. I'm just gonna be done with the conversation. So Andrea is also telling her about the fact that, when she goes to her mailbox, she's afraid of what might happen because of, the gang violence in Watts. Child, why did Carrie say she understands that? I'm like, apples and pear. This is an apple. That's a tomato that you're talking. You giving me she's giving you an apple. You giving her a tomato saying, hey, they're the same. No, they're not. So Carrie's like, I have to go through the same thing as well because I'm overweight. Well, she said I'm out of shape and my mailbox is a fucking mile away. I'm like, Carrie, this woman is talking about the fact that she could get shot and killed. You talking about the fact that you walk to your mailbox and you out of breath. There's a solution for you. Get in your car and back out to the driveway. And then she's talking about the fact that she could get hit. Once again, back out. Andrea has no other options. Andrea, she has to go to her mailbox and she has to be mindful of her surroundings. Girl, she was so insensitive. But I died laughing when she said, I'm out of shape and my mailbox is a fucking mile away. I died laughing. So then she comes back and she apologizes to Andrea. And she was like, can I hug you? Andrea says, well, you can hug me, but I'm not going to hug you. She said, I know it's a privilege to hug you. I'm like, ugh, that was cringeworthy. So then, she lets all her friends know that they're going to go on a family mission to Ghana, the Mormon mission. I'm like, please don't take those people, the Mormon religion in Ghana. And then Carrie and the other friend are going with her. No. And then I beg of one thing. When it comes to Nala and Tennyson, can we please get them a black barber and a beautician? Tennyson's hair bothers me and Nala's wig. Whew. Jesus be offense. But let's move on and wrap the episode up, you guys. All right, you guys, the final couple of the episode. This was the creme de la creme. Chevelle and Quaylin. Oh my God. I laughed my ass off watching this scene. First of all, what is Chevelle wearing? She looks a mess. She looks like a flag. Somebody said it on Twitter. She looks like a flag girl. She is outside. She's screaming. She's crying. Baby, it was a mess. I don't feel bad for Chevelle at all. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't feel bad for Chevelle because Chevelle has put herself in this position. Chevelle literally put herself in this position. She's talking about, she's done everything for him. She's struggling. That's on you, ma'am. Nobody told you to get that car. Nobody told you to do anything that you've done for him. And then on top of that, you just went and looked for a wedding dress and you want to marry this man. Like the Bible says, a man that don't work don't eat. The hell. So Quaylin gets in the truck. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, ho. Slow your roll, bruh. First of all, if you leaving, you just leaving with the clothes that you came in here with. Not the clothes that I bought you. You're going to leave with whatever you came in here with. So if you came in here with your prison clothes, make sure you take them on the way out the door. So he gets into the truck. I'm like, no. That's where I would definitely draw the line. Like, bruh, you definitely ain't finna drive off in this truck. Not a truck that I'm paying on or paid for or whatever. You got me effed up if you think you about to leave my crib in this truck. Chevelle, you a whole fool. Now he took her phone too, and I'm like, dude, why you take her phone? And then when that man got out that car, he said, you want your phone? You want your phone? Boom! And just threw it on the ground. I was like, oh no. And I know she had an iPhone. I'm like, oh. It looked like she had an iPhone. It might have been the X or the X. I know she had one of the newer ones. I'm like, ooh, that phone is shattered. My heart broke when I saw that phone just hit the ground. Oh yeah, we would have been scrapping. I would have been like, square up. I would have told him square up at that point because me and him would have to box for throwing my phone. You can do a lot of things to me, but don't destroy my property. Don't destroy my property. If you want to throw your phone, that's fine, but don't destroy my stuff. Honestly, I feel like Quaylin was looking for a way out. So the police were called. I don't know if the producers called. The producers may have called the police because the police showed up too quickly for me. It might not have been like right when it happened, but the police pulled up. And Chevelle, I'm sorry, but you looked incredibly stupid in this scene with this policeman. She's asking you to roll your window down and you don't want to listen to her. And then it took for the producers to talk to you and tell you, like, you got to cooperate with them. Like, we just want to make sure that you're safe. And she's like, nobody's going to jail. Nobody did anything. I'm like, Chevelle, that man was just really aggressive with you. Like, he threw your phone. I'm glad it was the phone and not him laying hands on you. I am glad about that. I will say that I'm happy that it was the phone and not him hitting you. But no. I'm just trying to figure out why she did so much for a nigga that's broke. And then Chevelle got mad at the camera crew. I'm like, why you mad at the camera crew? What did they do? And then Chevelle was following him up and down the street with that terrible outfit on. And she was just screaming at him. I'm like, Chevelle, let it go. Like, she's talking about karma gonna get that. Karma gonna get that nigga. God gonna get him. I don't know about. I don't know if it's karma, because you willingly did these things for this man. Like, he didn't ask you to buy that truck. Most of the things that you've done for him, he didn't ask you to do it. You willingly did it. So, like I said again, I don't feel bad for it. I don't feel bad for that. And then the thing that got me with Quaylon is talking about he still wants to be a part of Maila's life. Huh? What? You still want to be a part of Maila's life? See, that's the other thing I have a big, huge issue with Chevelle for, is like the fact that you had this man around your daughter. Like, I just don't understand it. Your child, and your child calls him daddy. Where, again, I'm going to ask this question. Where is Maila's biological father at? Like, I just don't get it. So then at the end of the episode, it says that, they are back talking to each other. I'm like, girl, you didn't learn your lesson. You know what? Y'all really want to come back. Y'all want to come back for another half of this season or this show. It is what it is. But you guys, that was the episode. Again, this season finale was damn good to me. So let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell button. And you guys, please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys can share this video, that would be much appreciated. What else? Subscribe to the Planner channel. I will be posting some stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna be posting some stuff like for my watch, with my steps and everything. So go check that out. I know that I don't have any events today. You don't have to tell me that. Stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear your mask and socially distance. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.